Alexander, do you want to take a stand?
Hi. So right now, Sunday we have a fun run that we're working with the Rotary to do, and we have a lot of members that are joining. It was cool to see like so many freshmen and like new members that are really interested and want to participate. And we also had a club fair, and Finn and another one of our cabinet members was able to sit and kind of like represent Interact. We also are doing a presidential citation, so we're going to get recognized for all the cool stuff that we're doing, and Finn's also going to head that, I think. So first we're going to work on polio. We're going to do some kind of change drive, I think, like where we can have people get their pinkies painted purple for like 50 cents or something, whatever like they want to give, and give out like kind of like pamphlets or something like that to show how important it really is. So we're doing right now. Thank you.
Great. And, so, without further ado, okay, I've got your slides here, so yeah, go for it.
All right, so we also went to RYLA this year, and we kind of wanted to show you guys and like thank you for sponsoring us and show you what opportunities we got to have while we were there. So I'm Alex. I'm Marlie.
I'm Finn.
Yeah. So we can start with so we had cabins, and we were all in different cabins, and then we also had this thing called grab bag, and grab bags were I was in leadership forum, so I'm down there, and a girl from our group who's actually really sick now, but she was also in leadership forum with me, and we basically wrote like a pamphlet about like how to be a leader, and I wrote a piece on privilege, and it was really cool to like get to meet people from like all different kind of like backgrounds that all had like really common goals and all were very driven, and see how they felt about leadership and how like we impact each other. And then you were in...
Yeah, I was in the yearbook, and basically grab bags were how we got picked between them. We'd like fill out like a little like survey, like saying like our interests and our dislikes, and then based off of that they put us into different grab bags. So like I was in yearbook because I don't know. I guess I like writing or something. But I really liked it. I thought the people in my group, I love them. They're just awesome people. So it's fun.
Oh, but yeah, basically they're just clubs that you're assigned to based on your interests. I was in public speaking and debate, which we learned a variety of different kind of public speaking tools, and we'd give a few public speeches to kind of the overall RYLA group, which is about 50 kids, a couple nights, and we would have several debates, which I won the last one with my team. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much just all to say about it.
There was this back one right here. None of us are in this, but this was skits, and they took over like our campfire that we had at the end of every night, and they got to lead it, which was cool to see like friends we were making like have to stand up and like do funny jokes and stuff like that. And I think there was another journalism, yeah. So also our yearbook, we kind of waited on presenting because we were expecting to get our yearbook, which had like, all of our pictures and everything we wrote and all this stuff, and we still don't know. We don't really know where it is. So we put together something else instead. Thanks, Marlie. And then guest speakers. The two pictures on the right side are actually from our career night. So we had a career night, and there was a business owner, there was a lawyer, a chiropractor, a winemaker, and just like all these different kind of jobs that maybe we were looking towards in the future. And we got to go and have really in-depth conversations with them and just like get to know their professions. And then also every day for 3 hours, we had one presenter that talked to us about, we had leadership one day, we had bullying prevention one day, and we also had
social media.
Oh yeah, social media. How to like utilize social media in a positive way. There was a few other ones. It was just, and those were like the main thing that we did during the day because it took so much time, took up so much of our time. But it was really cool to see and learn from people that like I've never before. I actually met him at the Arcata conference, that's why I put that one up because it's a high from him. But those are my favorites.
Sports, so there was a volleyball net and there were also basketball courts, so, and there was also both a volleyball tournament and a basketball tournament, so it was like another cool way for everyone to meet more new people, and my volleyball team is right there. We got to the championships, but we lost to the counselors, but that's fine because they win every single year, so I get it. And then I wasn't in basketball, but I watched it and it looked fun. I didn't win one, but yeah, it was fun.
Not only improving on our more intellectual sides and physical sides, but we also had quite a little creative section around too. Every cabin had a certain skit they would practice on, about 45 minutes each day. A certain thing that they would kind of rehearse themselves. They would make themselves and they would act themselves, and it was just a little self-thing. Which is interesting is also my cabin won this little skit thing. So there was multiple, up in the top left corner, we had a superhero slam rap poetry battle. And other ones were singing different songs and performing little dance routines and improving own, it's very hard to describe a few of them, but they were all very original and it's very enjoyable. Every night we would kind of gather up in a small little hot boxcar and we would go over different speaking, different skits, and we'd always have a new and interesting, enlightening activity. That was just one of them.
So actually after RYLA, what was really cool is that we made so many relationships with people that were there and so many friendships that like I honestly wasn't really expecting. But we've had a few meetups after. There was a girl who actually is from Humboldt County. I think she goes to Academy of the Redwoods, and she had a birthday party. And a lot of people were from the Santa Rosa area, so a lot of us went down there and went to the trampoline park and like got to hang out and like have a little reunion. And then Marlie and I with another girl who actually, she couldn't come from our group, and then two girls from Fortuna High met up and went to Willow Creek for a few days. Here's some pictures from our meetups. It was really cool to still stay connected. There's still like group messages, people message them all the time. It's like really cool people that you can go to like, whenever you need anything, and they'll give you advice because they're all like so similar to you. So this is just kind of like our thank you side. We also have a video to show that our counselors made for us, but we just wanted to like sum up and say like really thank you because it was such an amazing experience, and personally like I can't wait to share it with the juniors that are going to become seniors and get the opportunity this year, because so many people told us that it was great, and then we really went and we saw how great it was, and it's really something that I'm going to recommend highly because it impacted me a lot personally, and that's why.
Honestly, it's gonna sound really cheesy, but like I think it was one of the best experiences of my life that I've had so far. I don't know, it's just we were only there for a week, but like we made such strong bonds with each other, and everyone was so nice and so supportive and so friendly. And like when we all went on Friday to pack up and leave, we were all crying, and it was really sad. But yeah, it was amazing. I definitely recommend it to anyone.
Anything to add, Finn?
Well, I mean, basically continuing what I said, it's only about a week, but I was, actually, it's very surprising how close connections we made in such a short time. And, I mean, the environment was almost perfectly crafted for that, in a way. And it was just a really, it is an experience that had quite the heavy impact on quite a few people. So,
Yeah.
definitely worth it. So I wanted to thank you guys all very much.
Yeah.
Very much.
Thank you.